Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice, and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by Jim Palmer's How to Sell from the Stage Like a Pro training program. Finally, a proven step-by-step formula for closing more sales from the stage with extreme confidence. If you speak from the stage and want to have more audience members anxious to invest in your programs and solutions, then do yourself a favor and invest in Jim's proven formula, and you'll soon be closing more sales like a pro. Check it out today at www.howtosellfromthestage.com. That's www.howtosellfromthestage.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru and your Dream Business Coach. As always, I'm committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. I'm coming to you from my southern office, my floating office in Maryland, and I'm coming down here officially on Mondays now. It is a reward for years and years of hard work, and it's actually something I'm working on, being able to do that, not just being able to do that, but being okay with yourself, working 4 days during the summer. But we're all works in progress, but I'm here, okay. But I'm going to shoot a video, so therefore I can say, you know what, I did some work down here. But today, a little bit different. I seldom endorse things wholly and, just in a big way. But I interviewed somebody, got to know him a little bit. His name is Dr. Kenford Nedd, and I interviewed him on Stick Like Glue Radio, my weekly podcast. I'm not sure if the episode will be up by the time you see this or not, but if it is, I'm going to put a link to it in editing. But he wrote a book called The Time to Be Happy Is Now, and I interviewed him. It was a little bit of a different interview, but it instantly, you know how when you're talking with somebody, you can instantly tell when, man, we're really connecting. I love the subject. We went a little bit long. It was a really, really good interview, but I got his book immediately, something I always do. And I'm sorry for sweating. It's a little bit of a hot day here in Maryland, but that's the way I like it. I'd rather be sweating than cold. Okay, that's me. But anyway, I want to just fully endorse this book. The Time to Be Happy Is Now. I'm a pretty happy person, but I'm reading stuff in here. It's like, man, I got work to do. I mean, happiness. The very first page. I have to admit, I was enthralled with. It says the very first page is happiness begins with a decision. However disruptive your circumstances, however depressed and in pain you feel, embrace the decision that you are going to become a truly happy person. Hold this thought securely throughout all the changes in your life. The other thing I read in here, which I kind of bookmark a few things, happiness is growth. So if you're stagnating, if you're not achieving different goals, if you're not growing as a person, whether professionally, personally, whatever, that tends to make you feel unhappy. It's almost like when you wear the same clothes day after day after day, there's no change, and it tends to affect the way you feel. So happiness is growth. Take a hard look at yourself. The ability to see yourself as you really are is a crucial part of becoming happier. Socrates said the unexamined life is not worth living. Don't be easy on yourself. It takes guts to change and grow, but that's what happiness is. Let me see. There's two more things I want to point out to you real quick, because I'm obviously not going to sit here and read the book, but one, always be working on some aspect of yourself. Again, it could be entrepreneurial, it could be personal, it could be your weight, music. I mean, it could be whatever it is, but always be working on some aspect of yourself. Again, when you see yourself as a frozen and fixed entity, seeing yourself but not who you are, but what you are becoming. Think of yourself as the center of change. So always changing. There's one more I want to, oh man. So I was reading this book on the weekend. We were down here, and Steph and I went out and we just anchored out and floated. And chapter 17, beware of speed. Uh-oh, is Jim doing something wrong? Massive action, wealth, reward, speed, and all that. So I read it. It's a very good chapter. So there is something about getting stuff done quickly, but I also learned in this book that there's something to be said for always operating at high speed and never taking time. One of the things he says is make a list of unnecessary tasks that suck your time. Recognize that speed is a trap. If you hurry too much all the time, I think that's a kicker. If you hurry too much all the time, you never arrive. And I really think that hit home for me because, I'm somebody who's always going. And actually, as I opened up this video and I shared with you that being true to myself because I set a goal many years ago that I wanted to have a boat, and when I get to that point, I want to slow down a little bit, but I find it very hard to slow down as a hard-charging entrepreneur. But I made a commitment to the people in my mastermind group, the people that are coaching and pushing me, and I said this summer I'm going to work 4 days a week, and on Mondays or Fridays, if I got my schedule traveling or something, I'm going to be down on my boat. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy it. I know it seems weird because other people are working, and truth of the matter is I never shut it off, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to my boat. I'm not going to feel like just because it's a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, whatever, I have to be at work. I have to be at my desk. I'm working on that about myself. So I want to encourage you to pick up the book, The Time to Be Happy Is Now by Ken Nedd, MD. It's an awesome, awesome read. I love reading things that make you think about, or how can I be better? You know, my great friend Melanie Benson-Strick, my personal mindset coach, is always telling me, Jim, you need to slow down, go do something, enjoy yourself. And when you think you can't push away from your desk, that's when you have to, because you'll come back energized and refreshed. Okay, I fear I have 1 o'clock. I don't know what time I started, but I fear that we're going a little long, so I'm going to sign off and enjoy the rest of my day here in my floating office. By the way, look for that episode with Dr. Ken called The Time to Be Happy Is Now. And that is at Stick Like Glue Radio. It's the only weekly podcast dedicated to helping you create an everlasting bond with your customers. Why do you want to do that? Because customers that stay longer, they end up spending more, referring more, and buying more often, and those are great things in your business. And before the day's out, do something nice for somebody, one random act of kindness at a time. Oh, there was a chapter in here. It just occurred to me because I'm about to do my close, what I always say. It's on it's on page 104. 1 second. Bear with me. This is good. This really resonated with me. If you won't give a little when you're poor, you will not give a lot when you're rich. If you would like to get yourself out of poverty or out of the situation you're in now, but you're waiting until you get yourself there, ditch that idea and start being generous now. And that's how I end every one of these videos. Go do something nice for somebody. One of the greatest ways, I read this in the book, I knew it, but I was good to have it cemented. One of the greatest ways you can feel happier is to go do something nice for somebody else. That will make you truly happy. I've learned that late in life, and I keep trying to up the happy meter, so we keep giving and serving more, so it feels good. So do something nice for somebody today. Lastly, be sure to go to dreambizacademy.com, dreambizacademy.com, our fantastic new webpage. Thank you, Adam Homey, for creating this amazingly brilliant website for our next Dream Biz Academy. It's going to take place in Annapolis, Maryland, about 2 hours south that way by water, and it is October 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're going to have an amazing list of guest speakers, including my big treat for my evening session is Bob Berg, co-author of The Go-Giver, Endless Referrals he wrote. He's just an awesome, internationally famous speaker, and I can't believe he's coming to my event, so you don't want to miss that. Dream Biz Academy, dreambizacademy.com. That is it. I'm taking the rest of the day off. Do you hear me, Melanie? I'm taking the rest of the day off. And my name is Jim Palmer. Until next week, another great episode of Newsletter Guru TV. You take good care.